It's Tuesday, April 18th. I had my first ever lambs born on the Flanagan Homestead after many, many goats. I've got locked inside the barn, the mother and her two baby lambs. One interesting thing that was concerning is all the animals were locked inside the barn, but somehow one of the lambs was out here on the ground this morning. I went inside the barn, checked on all the sheep and the goats. They're all doing good. There was a baby lamb there, and then I heard one outside. And this door was locked like this. Everybody was locked inside. The only thing I can guess is this door does push away, and it doesn't create a gap big enough for the adult animals to get through. But I think the baby lamb stumbled into that and fell through a small gap on the bottom. So I'm doing some things to make sure that they can't fall back in there. And some of the other sheep are making a little noise because they're used to running in a herd. And one's locked up inside the barn with her young lambs, and some of the other ones are out here. This video was taken about an hour after the young lambs were born. You can see the mom licking them off. This helps get them clean and they can dry off. This is also part of the bonding process, so they can recognize each other. You'll see this young lamb try to nurse, and they don't know where to find the teat just yet, but it doesn't take them long, and then they figure it out. Came out and this one's on the ground. It appears she's going into labor. All right, I've got to get her up behind those little red barns into the birthing shed. It's a pretty steep hill there. I don't know if I'm gonna go up there. It's a longer route to go around there. I think we'll just try to get her quickly up there. All right, I've got her in the birthing shed by herself. She's going into labor. We've got some fresh straw down there. We've got some grain, water. We've got hay for her to feed on throughout the day if she so chooses. But we've got to work on having babies first. Unfortunately, I'm afraid we've got a stillbirth on this one. I tried to resuscitate her, mom's licking her, but I've seen this with my goats before when they're born with their tongue out the side and it's just sitting there. That's usually not a good sign. Hopefully mom has another one in there that's healthier. I'll let her try to work her magic. All right, my little lambs were born Tuesday morning. It's now Thursday afternoon. I just got home from work. The mom and the two little guys have been locked up inside the barn, making sure they're bonding. And when we were here, and the weather's been really bad, I didn't want them out and getting in trouble. But I'm going to be home for the next few hours. We got a few more hours of daylight. It hasn't been raining, although it looks like a storm's coming in. But I'm going to let mom out and see if she'll go graze the pasture with the other sheep, or if she'll just hang by the kids, or if the kids will try to follow. And then, I shouldn't say kids, that's a goat's term, but if the little lambs will try to follow, and then or if they'll just stay here. Now if this was my goats, that little deck that you see right there, mom would go out and graze, and the kids would instinctively, I don't know how many goats I've had, and none of them have been trained, but they all go underneath that deck and crawl up underneath the barn into a little cubby hole and wait till mom comes back and calls them. and then they come out and feed. Guys are looking good. Mama's looking good. I'll let you come out if you want. You want to, or are you gonna stay inside? Come on out. I'll have to get a better step for you guys to get up and down. The goats can do it, but I don't know if you can get up and down that step. Your little lambs. First steps outside the barn. The little lambs are doing pretty good on the hillside. Well, it didn't take long for the weather to change for the worst. The sheep seem to just stand out in the rain. I've noticed that ever since I got them. And the goats always run inside the barn as soon as the rain starts falling. Don't you guys? So there you have it, the first ever lambing on the Flanagan homestead. After many, many years of goats and many, many goats born here, we had lambs for the first time. First one, Barbara, which my family named her, delivered 2 young lambs quite easily, it seems like, and they were quite healthy, even though somehow one got out outside the barn. And then and maybe an hour later, another one went into labor, but unfortunately had a stillborn lamb, and so we did not get another lamb out of that one. We do have one more Coco left who is pregnant and should hopefully be delivering within a day or two here. Thanks for joining me on the Flanagan homestead, where Christmas trees are my business, teaching and cleaning horticulture is my job, and outdoor projects are my passion. Hope to see you again soon. Be blessed, everyone.